Hey there guys and gals, and welcome back to the D4A channel. Today I have a little update for you, and that's that I have launched the D4A store. Now in there you can buy some stuff, spend some money, and support the D4A channel. Isn't that a good cause? Now, of course, in the store we have the mandatory stickers and shirts that everybody else has, but we also have some fun stuff for your 4AG engines. Now, I have decided to launch the D4A store now that when I have actually managed to start up my bike card 4AG, which I guess is a good time to launch the store because I have managed to prove that I'm not a total tool or hack because the engine runs, which means that some of the parts I have developed and that I'm selling are actually working. So what do we have in the store? Now, the first thing I want to say, just the two important logistical matters about the store is, number one, everything in the store comes with free international shipping, which is awesome. Wherever you are, I'm going to send it to you for free. Number two is you can pay with PayPal and nothing else, because that's the only thing I could figure out how to set up. So PayPal is good. Now, what do we have in the store? First things first, and this is something I'm super proud of. Now, it doesn't look like much, but it's really useful. This is a bracket or a mount for mounting a crankshaft angle sensor to your 4AG engine. Now, you are going to need a crankshaft angle sensor if you decide to do a carb conversion to your 4AG, or even if you decide to do any sort of standalone, engine management, because a crankshaft angle sensor is really important because it tells your ECU exactly at which point of the crankshaft's rotation your engine is. So when I was doing my carb conversion, I scoured the internet, but I couldn't find a ready-made, sensor bracket to buy. So what I did, I made my own. Now I worked together with a local machine shop to have this made. And here you can see the prototype that's on my engine, and this is the much improved, nicer looking version. Now, a few notes about this thing. First of all, it fits perfectly and it's tested to work with number one, the Technotoy Tuning single roll crankshaft pulley, the Technotoy Tuning trigger wheel, and with a standard Ford crankshaft position sensor. Now, this kind of sensor, here are the measurements. You can see there's also a picture of the shop of the sensor. Now it fits perfectly inside this hole, and you just gotta bolt it into this little bolt hole right here. Now this type of Ford crank sensor can be found on many Fords, mostly in the late 90s Fords like Focuses, Mondeos, Fiestas, I think even Escorts, probably on many Fords in the US market as well. The great thing about a sensor is it's good, it's readily available, and it's cheap, and it's going to work with many different ECUs. Another thing about this is made out of a single piece of aluminum. Let me show you. So a big chunk of aluminum, just like this one, and then I had this thing milled down on a lathe to my exact specifications that I came up together, with the machine shop. Now, another good thing is, because it's 100% aluminum, it will never interfere with the signal of the crank position sensor, because the signal is actually a magnet, and if you made this thing out of, some sort of other magnetic metal, it might actually interfere with the sensor. So this works great. You can adjust the height of the sensor by, moving it deeper, through this little hole right there, by using some washers or something. And you can also get this to work with other crankshaft pulleys, maybe even dual row crankshaft pulleys, and all you're going to need are some longer bolts and some spacers to move it further out. You install this thing super easily on the 4AG oil pump right here into these two bolts. You simply remove the bolts, put this thing in there, get some longer bolts, and install it. So the longer the bolts, the more spacers you use, the further out it's going to be. What I haven't tested this thing with is with a car that has, you know, AC on it. So I do not know if this works with AC because the position might interfere with the AC belt. Now I don't think it's going to interfere, but you know, take a look at this picture. Maybe you have you know, the AC belt on your 4AG. Let me know. I would really appreciate some feedback and a comment whether this thing is going to work with AC. So right now it's untested and I cannot vouch for that in any way. So this thing is right there. You can see the price if you go to the link of the store. The link to the store is in the video description and in the pinned comment. So what else do I have in the store? Another useful thing for the 4AG engine is this. Looks very simple, but it's actually super useful. And this is a plug for your distributor hole. Now, when you decide to go, let's say with a coil over plug system, or maybe simply get rid of your distributor to go with a standalone ignition management like with my Notice, you are going to get rid of the distributor. And when you remove the distributor, you're going to have a big gaping hole in your cylinder head. Now, that of course is unacceptable, so you need something to plug it up with. This is a super simple solution. Again, like the other thing, it's made out of 100% aluminum, single piece, no welding, no nothing. It's milled down also on a lathe, very old school. And all you gotta do to install it is get out a rubber mallet, maybe put some sealant on this edge right here, and simply gently hammer it in. If you want to remove it, you know, someday in the future, go back to the distributor, although I do not have, you know, any good reasons why you would want to do that. But if you want to remove it, simply remove the valve cover and hammer this thing out from the other side. Use maybe a long piece of wood or something else. You can get this thing with a little lip like this that has a relief on it. Looks very nice, very machiny. You can also get it with a smooth, I'm gonna go fetch it. You can also get it with a smooth edge, you know, like in this picture that you can see right here. So definitely useful. Quite a few people asked about this. Very nice, very simple solution. If you want something really cool and custom, you can buy this thing and maybe have it engraved. I did some laser etching on I did the D4A logo, although I'm not very sure how the laser etching will stand up to all the heat, because this thing is close to the exhaust manifold, so it might be a better idea to actually have whatever you want, you know, cut into it, basically engraved. So what else we have in the store? Now here's the usual stuff. We have some stickers. Now these are vinyl cut stickers. These are high quality and they are meant to be put on the outside of your car. They will resist UV rays, sunlight, cold, heat, pressure washers. I don't know, of course, do not put a pressure washer right in there, like, you know, in the face of this thing, you know, be reasonable. So we have big ones. This is 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters, which is, I think, 6 inches by 6 inches. And we have small, cute ones, which are 3 inches by 3 inches, which is 7.5 centimeters by 7.5 centimeters. So we have that too. And lastly, we have the D4A shirt, which is the same as this one that you can see on me. Actually, this is the only one I have right now. I have ordered some, they haven't arrived. So if you order right now, you're getting this one from my body, which I haven't washed, and I recorded a lot of videos in it, so it's an added bonus. Wink wink. No, you do not want this one. I'll send you a clean, nice one, of course. So that's pretty much for the D4A store. When it comes to the shirts and stickers, it's going to be basically an unlimited supply. I will keep ordering if you guys keep buying them, although I do not expect such a huge demand. These two things, I have 2 of these left, and I have 3 of these. And once they are sold, if they are sold, I will not be making any more. Because actually, when I take into account all the cost I incurred to make these, and the price I'm selling them, which I think is the maximum reasonable price for them to be sold, I'm actually losing money on these, so I will not be making them. So get them while they still exist. They really will, especially this thing. This will save you a lot of money and time if you need a crankshaft position sensor on your 4AG. So I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Go spend some of your hard-earned money on useless D4A stuff. So that's it. I'll be coming back to you soon with some more interesting stuff, updates, videos, maybe some even new projects, wink wink, So, see you soon on the D4A channel.